Hey guys, how's it going? I want to go over my recap for the trades I did today on 5/27. Let's go ahead and do that. So let's pull up the gap scanner and let's go back in time to this morning pre-market. Let's change this to 6:15 a.m. And okay, cool. So stocks I was watching today was GRNQ. This had decent volume, decent float share. HTZ. I know the stock had also decent volume, but a big float. But also the stock was very heavily shorted. So I knew there was a chance that this might be bouncing back up. So that's the reason why I had this on watch. ESEA was, pretty good float size and decent volume as well. And then I was also watching PHUN because I think it had a decent run up from last week. And I think this also had news as well, and LK as well. So let's start with GRNQ and we'll see what was the news and take it from there. So GRNQ, as you see, is sold off. I was trying to look for the red to green move, but that never happened. So that literally came up to 176, but the stock opened up at 178. You see that 2 cents difference. If people got in here, it tanked. So that's why it's important to let the price hit where it should hit and wait. So let's see if this had news. This did have some news, some sort of acquisition, but it didn't seem very big, so I let it go. As you see, what happened. It actually tanked. So now let's check out Hertz, right? Let's see if this had any news today. It actually had no news. I mean, seems like some, negative news, but other than that, like I said, I was in this stock because of, the stock was very heavily shorted. And if we go check out the chart, as you can see, the daily chart is literally just tanking. So it eventually found some support here and, took off. So that's why I was watching it for that reason. And I also traded the stock today as well. And next one on the list is ESEA. ESEA. This stock did very good out in the open, I believe, out from the open. Yeah. So it actually opened up very strong. And this wasn't my pattern, so I let it go. It literally opened up at like 405 and went all the way to 481. So it had a good move, but then it tanked right after. Let's see if we had any news on it. We actually did. They reported positive results for the quarter. Yep, positive financial results. So that's why the stock was gapping up. But as you can see, it's it gaps up and goes down, gaps up and goes down, gaps up and goes down, and that's why it was a bit more risky as well. So I wasn't really watching it closely because of that. And then the next one we had on watch was PHUN. Let's see what PHUN had. They had some type of news. As you can see, it never did a red to green move, so it tanked off. And then next we had LK. Let's check out LK. LK had no news per se, but it did run yesterday, and the reason why I was watching it today is because this was actually holding. I actually drew out this line from yesterday's high, which was 240, and if we come back here, as you can see, it took off from that yesterday's high. So anytime a stock takes off or is continuing the next day, it usually tries to find support from the previous day high. So what I did for this, I tried to get in for the red to green move, I believe. Let me pull that up. So I traded at 130, right? So I got in at I think I missed the red to green move actually because my hotkeys weren't working. I missed out on so much money because of my hotkeys were not working. I don't know why, they just got erased somehow. So I wanted to get in Sorry, let me pull that up. What was that again? Yeah, HTZ. So what? Sorry, HTZ, not LK. I'm gonna come back to that. I will come back to that. So I got an HTZ at 130, which was over here, which was for the new high of day break, right? So at the time the price was here, and I got in for the higher day break, which is another inflection point. And at that point, I actually sold it a cent later, 75% of my position, because my the level 2 was showing some weakness. So I got out with 75% just in case. But if you see what happened, I sold the remaining 25% at 148. So this is what really made me 45 bucks. So I got in here and it sold some literally almost at the highest at 148, and 149 was the highest. So I caught most of that move. I wish I didn't sell the 75%, 131, but it's better safe than sorry. So that was that on HTZ. That was a good move. I mean, man, so many opportunities. Right to green move, high of daybreak. It was just crazy on this stock today. And then the other stock that I traded was Mark. Mark, I got in at 342 and sold at 345. So let's check that out. So Mark, I got in around to 342, which was, I believe, right here for the break of 344. And I sold in the rip up over here at 345. It wasn't, a huge move because the stock was so whippy. That's why I didn't want to take a risk at it. As you can see, green, then red, green, then lots of red, green, then just red all the way. So that's why I didn't want to risk it. So I just got out, made some money on it. Let me see how much I made. Yeah, I made, 30 bucks, not bad. But as you can see, I'm green on the day, 82 bucks on my trades. So yeah, so I've been doing very, good in terms of being consistent on my green. So this is why it's important to follow your plan and stick to it. And let the trade come to you and have some patience. So I think that will be a more improvised plan. So yeah, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any recaps, and watch these recaps, guys. Go back and watch all these recaps. I promise you, you're going to learn a lot. And also subscribe to my Twitter channel. I'll leave the link in the description so that way you can see my watch list every morning. Other than that, that's it from me, and I will see you guys tomorrow.